Hi, I'm Matt. I graduated 3 years ago with a undergrad in aerospace engineering and a minor in computer science. For the past 3 years, I worked at a Navy base on helicopter and airplane simulators using C++, Fortran, and MATLAB. So kind of a combination of my undergrad aerospace and my minor computer science. I have recently decided to change to supply chain engineering for a couple reasons. One, my favorite research projects and several different projects I did during my undergrad were around optimization. My favorite one being looking at electric autonomous cars using a global network, how to navigate them so that you optimize for the global shared energy use, time, and battery degradation. I'm also looking for a higher paced work environment that uses the same sort of math engineering skills for problem solving. Um, but On to the major that I am, or masters that I am changing to, which is supply chain engineering. Um, the intro class or intro course we had 2 days ago um, was their summary was how supply chain should be designed, how supply chain should be operated, and then effectiveness while serving customer requirements. So overall, trying to make sure goods, services, sourcing product, inventory, and distribution is all transported in a time effective, time efficient manner so that everyone is happy and everyone can end up getting their products at the end. Whether that is Amazon, whether that is Home Depot, whether that is UPS or FedEx, however, goods get from one end to the other so that everyone is happy in the end. Um, One thing that the intro class um, tried to focus on is that this is supply chain engineering because Georgia Tech is an engineering school mostly. Um, there are often two types of courses. You have supply chain managers and supply chain engineers. Um, as Georgia Tech, since it is an engineering one, they like to brag that engineers can be good engineers or they can be managers. So do both, hopefully. But engineers are needed to design while managers manage. Um, Other things that we do is perform module and analysis. Put things like try and represent things in modules and perform analysis to try and understand those modules. And then the other thing is you can go out and just be a supply chain manager, but with a more technical understanding than most supply chain managers would have. Onto the course layout. So the course layout, there are 3 courses this semester, starting tomorrow. 5 courses in the spring, and then in the summer, there is an option to either do an internship or a 6-hour capstone project. But One thing that affects this upcoming semester is to be full time, you need a fourth class, so one elective, which I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what that's going to be. So that should be interesting. Um, Going around the room, everyone did introductions saying a fun fact, their name, and where they were from. There were 3 categories of people in the room. The first being BSMS, so undergrads who are trying to also get a master's degree. I don't really expect to see a lot of them in our classes. Then the other category is people who chose to delay acceptance due to whatever happened last year. Um, so they started in the spring, so they'll be in and out of classes, but probably only active for the fall and wrapping up their own credits to graduate. But the majority of our 40 to 50 person class is our 22 cohort. And generally, there were 2 or 3 Americans, and almost everyone was from China or India, which I was a little bit surprised. Statistics I've heard recently have been 2/3 of the graduates on campus were foreign nationals, and I think it's 40% of those who are either online and on campus. So there are more people in the US doing online programs, but I was just so impressed that, or kind of shocked that there were only 2 or 3 out of 40 people in this program who were originally from America or the United States. One other thing that I kind of want to work on is I'd like to try and make a video a week, just to work on my overall presentation skills. That could be teaching a concept I find interesting from the week, assuming I'm allowed to do that. Or it could be tackling a world-relevant problem that has to do with the supply chain issues, something that's currently affecting my living environment, is that we're missing washers and dryers. So there are only two washers and 4 dryers for a 400 person building. So that's a supply chain issue that is affecting my day-to-day life currently. And then, or if I don't have a topic for either of those, just another random thing that I find interesting and wanted to look into. But again, I just would like to practice my presentation skills and try and share what I've learned. Thank you. Enjoy.